What's up, everybody? Back for another beer review, and today I'm reviewing another collaboration beer, this time between the Fort George Brewery out of Astoria, Oregon, and Our Mutual Friend Brewing Company, and they're out of Denver, Colorado, and this is their Crysknife. So this is an American IPA that comes in at 7.2% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed in the time of review. This can is just under 6 weeks old, and I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to a good friend of mine and fellow beer tuber, Han, over at Han Yolo Reviews. He hooked me up with 6 different beers recently in a beer mail trade, and I will post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did of all the goodies that Han sent my way, along with a link to his channel. If you haven't checked out his channel, highly recommend doing so. He's a good dude with some great content. So thanks again, Han. I do appreciate this. So yeah, I've never had anything from Fort George. I've heard really good things, and this is a collaboration beer. Now, for the hops, they're using Mosaic, Azacca, Amarillo, Citra, and Cashmere. And I saw Han's review of this, I believe it was in early May, I believe, and he talked about how they did something different to this batch of it, and I believe it's the same batch that he reviewed, and he doesn't know exactly what, but I guess we're gonna find out. He was loving it, so I'm hoping I do as well. I already rolled it off can. We're gonna crack it open, get it into a glass, see what we got going on. I remember when he poured it, it was like really like milky looking. It was crazy, and yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Looks like a New England style, even though they say India Pale Ale. It's definitely New England style. Oh, big head. I poured that slightly aggressive, but not that aggressive. So somewhat lively. Crazy. Didn't really expect that. Anyway, this has been out of the fridge for about 20 minutes, so we're probably in 45, 50 degree range. So yeah, that has this very milky, like peach orange juice look to it. Has about a forefinger of an off-white head that looks very creamy. There is some bigger bubbles at the top, but it definitely looks creamy. The head is dissipating, albeit ever so slightly. Yeah, I mean, I pour the vast majority of my New England style IPAs, or IPAs in general, kind of as aggressive as I poured this one, and honestly, a huge head on it. So is it overcarbonated? Could be. Anyway, let's see if I can get a nose through this huge, gigantic head. Yeah, I'm getting somewhat floral, like a floral aroma here. I don't usually get a floral aroma. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times that I've mentioned like a floral component to it, especially an aroma, let alone the taste of a beer. But underneath that, tons of like stone fruit and tropical fruit, peach, mango, apricot. Yeah, I'd say actually more stone fruit than anything else. There's a orange/tangerine juice as well. A little bit of a slight herbaceousness too. A slight bubblegum note. I've been picking up bubblegum notes on beers lately. I don't know, again, my palate might be changing or whatnot. I know a lot of people get them in like treehouse beers and a lot of New England style IPAs. I actually got them in a few other half beers recently, and I'm kind of getting it here. It's like a juicy fruit kind of nose. Yeah, it smells pretty good. It smells like a really well-made New England style IPA, and I want to get into it. So cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Han. That's really, really tasty. Wow. This is quite tasty. First thing I noticed on this one, body and mouthfeel, 2 thumbs up. This is in the realm of the upper echelon when it comes to New England style IPAs. It has, at 7.2%, a really nice full-on medium to higher side of medium body, like right in that area, which is proper. The mouthfeel, super luscious, very creamy, soft, smooth. It's like they're probably using a ton of oats in here. Yeah, the mouthfeel's bonkers. The taste, though, really nice. It really carries over from the aroma, more so than a lot of beers I've been drinking recently. This is a stone fruit bomb. All the peach, all the apricot, mango, a little bit of peppery mango skin. And it does have that bubblegum vibe that I was getting in the nose, like a juicy fruit kind of component. There's an omnipresent floral undertone to this one, which I don't get too often, and it's really making for an extremely unique drinking experience for myself. Maybe not for you, but for me, I just don't get that too often. That's delicious. I don't know why. I guess I pointed at the can and then at my glass. Yeah, it's the same beer. Yeah, I mean, it's funny that I put it in a treehouse glass because I'm getting the bubblegum characteristic, but also this has like the mouthfeel like that a treehouse beer has. Yeah, this isn't overly complex, but wow, I almost got like a pop of vanilla on the back. I don't think they're using lactose, but like, that was interesting. Yeah, this is a really delicious beer. I'm very impressed by this. Fort George, I've heard good things, but like first beer from them, even though it's a collaboration, I still think it's fucking damn tasty. So Crysknife from Fort George and Our Mutual Friend Brewing Company. I'm going to give that a low 4.5 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.4 out of 5. This is delicious. It lacks complexity, and for the most part, what I like about this beer is that it has that juicy fruit in more ways than one. It has an actual juicy fruit, and then it also has like juicy fruit bubblegum characteristic to it, but it's not overly complex, and it isn't the best New England style IPA I've ever had. But for an introduction to Fort George beers, this is a great one. I don't think you probably can pick a better beer to be introduced to this brewery. Maybe you can. I don't know if you've had Fort George out there. Let me know outside of Han, or Han, if you think there's a better beer than this to be introduced to them. I would love to see it, because this is delicious. They've pretty much nailed the mouthfeel. The body's proper. And I really like the flavors in here. So yeah, Crysknife, 4.4 out of 5. It's a damn tasty beer. If you have access to this one, or you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it, because I'm kind of blown away by it. That's delicious. So I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Oh yeah, 7.2%. No, this drink's like a 6%, 6.5% beer. And I will say, I didn't talk too much about the finish. This one definitely leans towards the sweeter side of things. So if you're not a huge sweeter New England style IPA lover, you might not enjoy this one. Really almost no bitterness to speak of, a very slight dryness. This one's all about the juicy fruit in more ways than one, and it's delicious. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Thanks again to Han for sending this one my way, and till the next one, cheers.